Good morning everyone. Welcome to the new session of class 7. I would like to introduce myself. I am Vijay Matthew, your social science teacher. To begin with, the first chapter of geography we are studying. The lesson name is environment. We know that we are living in a world where surrounded by many objects or many things. Some of the objects we can find around us, our building we are living in, or our vehicles, or our books and other vessels in home. So many things. Some of forests we can find, water, river, etc. These are all things surrounded us. Many of the objects we can find, we often say these are in the nature. The topic is environment. Today's topic we are going to discuss is environment. That means what is environment? We often hear that this term, our environment is dirty, our environment is polluted. Then what is environment? That is what we are going to discuss today. We know that some of the things or objects around us, we say many types or many different varieties of things or objects are found in the nature. Some of the objects we can find, we can touch and feel. Some of the objects we can experience when we also ask we are living in the nature. We see many of the different types of objects. Some of them have life. We know that where the human beings, animals and plants etc. they are growing. But some other objects like stones or minerals etc. they do not have life also. So all these things are found in the nature. Some are created by the nature also. Okay, but some are already existing in the nature or created by nature. But some other things we have created also. For example, the mobile phones which you are using regularly, it's produced by or manufactured by human beings. We know some objects which are, we often say that created by nature. For example, we know that mountains, rivers, trees, animals, etc. These are already available in the nature. Others are other objects, some are made by human beings. We know that people make the goods, our vehicles, our books, clothes, your food, etc. We are preparing all this. Or your vehicle or if you have a car, for example, the roads or the bridges, etc. we created, the buildings we created. So some of these type of goods have life in them, but some of the goods do not have life also. We classify these things as biotic and abiotic also. What is biotic, or what are the things we call biotic? We know that our environment is changing or our surroundings are changing. First of all, we will see what is environment. Environment is a place where our basic needs or basic life supporting region. In this environment, the surroundings which we are living in, which is called environment. We know that almost all our needs are fulfilled by the nature or these surroundings or environment. We get all our needs, our requirements from this environment. The air we breathe, for example, we know that it's available in the environment or the nature. The water we drink, the food we eat, the land we are living in, these all are available in the nature or the environment. How do the human beings, we know that for example our environment is changing. We say that now global warming occurring, temperature is increasing very fastly every year. It becomes extreme for the human beings and animals to survive on the earth. So how these human beings are changing or modifying our natural environment? What is existing? We know that some places where the open land or forest, we are removing all this, cutting the forest and constructing buildings or dams, etc. We are modifying. For our requirement or our comfort or our convenience, we are changing or we are modifying the environment. Sometimes it will be destroyed also. When we are changing or modifying the environment, many changes occurring in the nature which destroys the ecological balance of the nature. We know that here when we are taking all these things, the car which we are using, we are regularly using the car or bike, etc. The air, the polluted air is emitted from the car, which we that all this polluted air which is emitted in the air, which the poisonous gas which is emitted into the air, which pollutes our environment. So the water also, when we are throwing the waste water in the or the polluted water into the rivers and lakes, the fresh water will be polluted. This poisonous water or the waste water, we are all the waste or garbage we are dumping into the rivers and lakes. The lakes and rivers also will be polluted. So that in order to build factories and industries also, we are occupying a large area of natural land, destroying the ecological balance there. Human beings also make many of the things for our vehicles and other furniture, etc., for our convenience and comfort. These factories and mills, etc., the vehicles also pollute our environment. So how we are, or the human beings are modifying our environment when we are changing all these natural systems. We know that all for why should we change, or why we are changing this natural environment. This is for our needs. We know in summer season how it becomes extreme hot. We are using cooler, fans or AC, etc., in order to make our life comfortable. So nature also is destroyed in another way. So what are the components of the environment? We have studied that environment. There are many things or many objects or many things are available in the environment. Three main components of the environment we will study today: natural, human and human made. We can say here, we see here example: natural, human and human made. From the term itself, natural, we understand that what are occurring in the nature. Automatically we can find that somehow nature itself is created. For example, we know that the land which is available on the earth, the living things or the biosphere which we studied earlier classes, the air or the atmosphere, the water or the hydrosphere, these are all existing or already existed and existing in the nature. So we can call all these things as natural. Another one is human. Human beings are also part of the environment, components of the environment. Human beings individually, single person, as a group, a family or a community or a village, a religious gathering, that Hindus and Muslims and Sikhs, etc., different religious groups. Educational system where schools or colleges, other educational system exists. Economic and political situation, whether India, Maharashtra or other countries, etc. These are all human communities or the parts of the environment. Other thing is, we can say that major classification of environment is human made. We said this building which we are living, industries or factories or the monuments or bridges, roads, etc., the parks which we are playing, etc., these are all human made. So these are the three most important classification of components of the environment: natural, human and human made. Here also we say that the world in which we are living here, some of the organisms are living and some are non-living. Some of them have life. The living beings which has life, we can say some organisms or human beings, plants and animals, etc. These are called biotic. What is biotic? This is part of also environment. Abiotic means the world of non-living things like the rocks, land, water, etc. So these all are called abiotic things. Biotic means living things and abiotic non-living things. Okay, so these are the differences of the things which are around us. We also know that why we are changing our environment, we already discussed, because of increasing needs of human beings day by day. Our needs are increasing. When we feel thirsty, we drink water. For some time we are satisfied. When we feel hungry, we take food. For some time we are satisfied. Again we feel thirsty and feel hungry also. Once when we get a uniform, a new uniform is purchased, 1 year or 2 years we can use it. Afterwards this will be torn. Then we need another uniform. So that our needs are also changing. When you are small child, we need little food only, and we are growing, we need more food. When you are a small child, you need 1 or 2 notebooks or textbooks only. When you are growing other higher classes, you need many books. Our demands or the needs are also increasing, the human beings. And earlier when you were regularly coming to school, you did not use mobile phone. Now it is necessary. It was not necessary for you earlier. Now when online classes started, you need an Android mobile phones. Okay, so that all these ways our needs are increasing day by day, so that we are changing or modifying our environment also. Our surroundings and environment also is changing. So here this is what about the environment we are studying today. And the human environment means many activities of human beings are taking place on the environment, or which is also the interaction of human beings and animals and with nature. Now in the coming class we will study natural environment. What is here natural environment? We have already studied the classification environment and the components of environment: natural, human and human made. From this natural environment, we will study more about it tomorrow. That's all for today. Thank you.